From the largest television network in Africa, the NTA, we bring to you Weekend File, where we seek the views of experts, government functionaries, movers of the economy, and the ordinary Nigerian on developmental challenges confronting the nation in an era of diversification, the process that is meant to reinvigorate all aspects of our national life in education, science, technology, and innovation, agriculture, health, and other aspects of societal development. The Weekend File crew has the onerous task of articulating all the issues, ensuring that all perspectives are brought to the table. On the show, all things matter and opinions of every class count. Weekend File shows every Saturday at 9 p.m. on the NTA network service. It is your weekend companion and a destination for news, views, and analysis. It is unmissable.
Wannan labarin ma yana peji na 36.
Ita kuma babban labarin wannan jarida shine ainihin
labarin da ke gaban jarida shine ta bayyana cewa
ọkwaji kenga eziokwu
nwanne m nwoke
Ikechukwu ndukwe Igbo mam
iji wee mee ka ụbọchị na-aga n'anya ya
ọjọ́ yewutelu
nation fún ti òwúrọ̀ yìí ibẹ̀ náà ti sọ pé àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ ìpínlẹ̀ Benue pàṣẹ wípé
ní gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀ka ní ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní ẹ̀ka ètò ìlera ní ẹ̀ka ètò ààbò.
We would like you to continue to support our efforts by improving the quality of service.
President Buhari implores MTN to adequately support the nation's local content policy by employing and training more Nigerians. Troops rescue some of the abducted students and staff of the Federal Government College, Birnin Yawuri.
The hardest modern way of raising cattle with all attendant benefits.
Plus, 22 states key into the National Livestock Transformation Plan. Good evening and a very warm welcome to NTA Network News tonight. I am Jumma Yusuf. We are live in Abuja. Michael Olale will be joining me from Lagos. President Muhammadu Buhari has made a strong case for the mobile telephone network, MTN, to support the implementation of the national policy for the promotion of indigenous content in the Nigerian telecommunications sector by training and engaging more Nigerians in the company. Granting audience to a high-powered delegation from NTN Group, the president also insists that top-of-the-range and affordable service will be offered to Nigerians. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the report.
The MTN Group was in the State House to discuss with President Muhammadu Buhari how the South Africa-based multinational mobile telecommunications company can run its business seamlessly and in turn contribute to the growth of the nation's economy.
The telecommunications and digital revolution that Nigeria has led in the continent is something that Nigerians must be very proud of. As a law-abiding company, we will play our role to enable the socio-economic development of this country.
President Muhammadu Buhari was unequivocal that Nigeria and Nigerians deserve much more from the MTN, as the country is not only the most lucrative market in Africa, Asia and the Middle East for the company, but also the source of 1/3 of its entire income.
In particular, we would like you to continue to support our efforts by improving the quality of service and enabling a downward price review of the cost of data and other services in view of your large market in Nigeria. We also urge you to step up your corporate social responsibility programs and support research and development that will enhance your services in Nigeria.
While looking forward to more mutually beneficial partnerships between MTN and Nigeria, the president said already a number of policies and programs have been implemented to ensure that institutions like MTN have a conducive environment for doing business in Nigeria. Similarly, key challenges that affected the growth of the digital economy sector, including the high right-of-way costs and vandalization of critical national infrastructure, have been addressed.
The right-of-way charges have now been pegged at a maximum of 145 naira per linear meter, and I have given directives for the protection of critical national infrastructure. Service providers should always appreciate the effort of government and not undermine it. We urge MTN to continue to support our efforts by expanding high-quality connectivity to Nigerians in unserved and underserved areas.
President Buhari said his administration's emphasis on the development of Nigeria's digital economy has positioned the sector as a leading light and fastest growing in the country. The sector's 14.70% double-digit growth rate, he said, played a principal role in supporting Nigeria's exit from recession triggered by COVID-19. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Ensuring there is accountability in the provision of services to customers and paying greater attention to the needs of the people should be the driving purpose of corporate organizations operating in Nigeria. And this is according to Vice President Yemi Oshibajo while receiving members of the board of one of the telecommunication companies operating in Nigeria who were on a courtesy visit to the presidential villa. The Vice President said that it is critical for corporate organizations to show commitment to improving services and to build confidence in the people. Now, the federal government says it will continue to work assiduously in the pragmatic implementation of policies and programs aimed at safeguarding and enhancing Nigeria's upward trajectory for sustainable socio-economic development. President Muhammadu Buhari, who gave the assurance while granting audience to members of the MBO Dynamic Support Group, who paid him a solidarity visit. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has a report.
Visiting the president for the third time since 2018, members of the MBO Dynamic Support Group are here to present a documentary evidence on the giant strides recorded by the Buhari presidency in the last 5 years. The 295-page book, divided into 10 chapters, highlights the milestones achieved in critical sectors of the Nigerian economy with monumental impact on every part of the country.
This work is class captain to erect a signpost to implement you as a man who has lived all your life in relentless pursuit of the better life for the poor and the oppressed. Mr. President, you are breaking records. You are making history, and we are proud to say that despite the challenges confronting us, good things are still happening. Thank you very much.
President Muhammadu Buhari described as pleasing the relentless efforts by members of the group to produce the critical compendium after traversing the length and breadth of the country, monitoring and collating data on projects execution.
The MBO Dynamic Support Group officers and team members saw the good in our administration from the time we came in 2015. It is this commitment that led to the production of the book, and I sincerely hope and believe that Nigerians will always see and cherish all that this administration has done as it continues to work assiduously to accomplish.
The president formally appreciated the over 2 million members of the group for continuously standing by his administration in his genuine efforts at delivering on his social contract with Nigerians, as well as evenly spreading democracy dividends to the people.
We recognize and appreciate your drive, skills, creative abilities, and your personal resources invested in this project, and your unwavering commitment to this administration and legacy, and look forward to the wide circulation of our achievements perfectly captured in this book to all citizens and those willing to see that we succeed to the end for the benefit of all.
The book, entitled A Compendium of 5-Year Achievements of the Buhari Administration 2015 to 2020, is to be made public soon. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari will participate in the 59th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government in Accra, Ghana on Saturday, June 19, 2021. A statement signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, says the President, who will depart Abuja on Saturday, will join other heads of state of government of ECOWAS for the mid-year statutory meeting of the regional bloc, with the exception of Mali, which was recently suspended from the group. Former President Goodluck Jonathan of Nigeria, ECOWAS Special Envoy and mediator to Mali, is expected to present a report on his latest working visit to the West African country to the summit of the heads of state. The 59th ordinary session of the ECOWAS heads of state and government was preceded by the 46th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Mediation and Security Council at the ministerial level and the 86th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers in Accra, Ghana. President Buhari will be accompanied by some ministers and other top government officials. Rail passengers in Abuja, Ogun State have appreciated President Muhammadu Buhari for bringing back the lost glory of rail services during his administration. They stated this while expressing enthusiasm over the return of rail transport system in Nigeria, which they say is safer than road transport. Anthony Ganduno's report is here presented.
Shortly after the inauguration of the 157-kilometer Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge railway project by President Muhammadu Buhari in Lagos, rail transport services from Lagos to Ibadan have commenced. Despite the fact that work is still in progress at the Wole Soyinka train station, Ladeni, passengers did not allow the work to deter them from joining the train from Abeokuta to Ibadan.
To open up the whole of Nigeria to train services, because this provides an opportunity for people to be in a clean environment, in a safe way, to move around the country as they please.
It's very convenient for me.
Appreciating the federal government for the restoration of rail transport system in Nigeria, passengers, however, suggested ways not only to sustain this laudable project, but also to strengthen transport system in Nigeria.
I think if they can have a terminal or pick-up point within the main town of Ibadan, it will be more better than.
I believe that if they make it fully functional and allow people to know that it is actually now functional, then there will be developments.
They explained that a sustainable rail transport system, no doubt, will reduce to the barest transportation of goods and services by road, which they say is expensive and also contribute largely to cases of road crashes and gridlock on highways.
Now to other matters. Antonio Guterres has been re-elected as the United Nations Secretary General to serve a second 5-year term from 1st January 2022 to 31st December 2026. Earlier in June, the 193-member UN Security Council recommended Antonio Guterres to be appointed as Secretary General for a second 4-year term. Justin Bem Unyi reports.
United Nations.
And in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations.
The UN Secretary General is appointed by the General Assembly based on the recommendation of the UN Security Council. The position of Secretary General is one of great importance that requires a person with the highest standards of efficiency, competence and integrity, and a firm commitment to the purposes and principles of the Charter of the United Nations.
Your Excellency, the General Assembly has just appointed you Secretary General of the United Nations for a term of office beginning 1st of January 2020 and ending on 31st of December 2026.
Some representatives of member countries congratulated the reappointed UN Secretary General, adding that it is an appointment well deserved, having served conscientiously in his first term. Guterres was born on April 30, 1949 in Lisbon. He kicked off his career in politics in 1976 when he joined the Socialist Party and was elected to Portugal's Assembly of the Republic. From 1981 to 1983, Guterres was a member of the Council of Europe's Parliamentary Assembly before becoming chairman of the Committee on Demography, Migration and Refugees. In 1992, he became Secretary General of the Portuguese Socialist Party, and in 1995, he took office as the country's Prime Minister. In 2005, the UN General Assembly elected him to head the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR. During his 2 extended terms, he oversaw budget and structural reforms at the agency and strengthened its emergency response capacity. Justin Bemunyi, NTA News.
Nigeria will continue to collaborate with the People's Republic of China in her efforts at addressing the nation's critical infrastructure deficit towards achieving a sustainable future for the country. The Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, stated this while receiving in audience the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Chu Juncheng. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu has the details.
Ambassador Chui Jiangcheng, who assumed official responsibilities in Nigeria recently, was in the State House to not only solicit the support of the presidential communications team, but also express gratitude for the strong relations between Nigeria and his country. Mr. Femi Adesina says Nigeria has a high respect for China in view of its tremendous support to the country, especially in the area of infrastructural development.
The president came in at a time there were severe infrastructural deficits in the country, and he resolved to make a difference. And he is making a difference now. Yeah. But that difference is coming with the assistance of China. So Nigeria appreciates China a lot.
The presidential spokesman says President Buhari had been to China 2 times in furtherance of the relationship and looks forward to greater collaboration, promising that the media office of the president is ready to join hands with the Chinese in advancing the highly beneficial ties. Ambassador Chui Jiangcheng, who is the 14th Chinese envoy to Nigeria, used the opportunity to unfold his 5-goal strategy towards enhancing the Nigeria-China growth, development and progress. The strategy, he explains, revolves around political support, economic cooperation, military collaboration, international coordination, people-to-people bond, as well as building on the existing Belt and Road Initiative of the Chinese government.
We believe that China, we have our own treasure. You have your own treasure, human resources, natural resources. How can we utilize, leverage the advantage to meet our goal? We can work together, complement, supplement, and cooperate with each other to do big things together.
50 years of friendship and bilateral relations between Nigeria and China is to be celebrated in October this year. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Nigeria's ambassador and permanent delegate to UNESCO, Dr. Haju Sani, has appealed to the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology to review its strategy to popularize UNESCO's scientific programs as a way of encouraging more participation of the Nigerian scientific community. The ambassador made the appeal while on a courtesy visit to the Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Ogbonaya Onu. Justin Bemunyi reports.
There are 8 international programs and intergovernmental committees in the natural sciences sector of UNESCO. Out of these, there are 4 programs in which UNESCO coordinates selected high-level experts to deliver scientific programs in collaboration with the organization, while the other 4 are intergovernmental committees for which members are selected and designated as focus agencies. Having identified the Ministry of Science and Technology as one of the most active and effective ministry to the work of UNESCO in Nigeria, the organization's ambassador, Hajo Sani, was particularly concerned about the review of the country's involvement in the organization's permanent delegation. She solicited the cooperation of the ministry to popularize scientific programs through identification and encouragement of Nigerian scientists, academics, and experts to be actively and closely associated with UNESCO as part of their professional focus.
Participation and active contribution to the different specialized programs is the only means by which UNESCO could recognize professional expertise.
We want to assure you that this relationship will even become stronger. We're also working very hard to popularize science, technology in our country.
The UNESCO ambassador also brought to the fore this year's forthcoming General Conference of the organization, scheduled to hold in November, as the ministry is expected to participate. In Abuja, Justin Bemunyi, NTA News.
This is NTA Network News. We'll be back shortly.
We're just having a good time, and I'm feeling so good tonight.
Where you did? I dey come now. You go see me now. You go.
Call your party and everybody, yeah. Make we start to the corner.
Where you did now?
You go see me now. Everybody they dance.
Where you did now?
Oh
You go see me now.
You want
I find sir. Even me I surprised.
Hey, where you at? Go Mexico, even Jericho, I don't go let you go.
Hello, how are you?
Tell us one truth nobody knows.
I like to steam it from my mama's pot.
The best data plans in town. Dial *777#.
I dey look for pension fund administrator. Where soft, make sense, we care for me. Shy. No be the time when story go enter the matter when it's time to deliver. Oh no. The brand is sure them no go stress you. Call them then they accessible. Yes, customer care where they on point. You no go regret when you try, of course. Profitable investment, everything is just a blend. If you know what's good for you, my guy, make you choose premium pension today. Make that switch to premium pension. Premium pension. Make that switch to premium pension.
Join over 700,000 satisfied members and enjoy the premium experience at our offices across the 36 states in Nigeria, including the FCT. Call 094615-700-704 to make the switch today. Premium pension. Active today, premium tomorrow.
The internet at home disconnects me, but that's a thing of the past. Today, I found the great solution. With Connect, I can get internet from space. It's super fast satellite internet from Connect. It's great. I can get internet everywhere. It's super simple and super fast. It's Connect. Broadband up to 100 megabits per second. All this from 6,900 naira per month. Isn't it great? Go to connect.com.
Now our hands we dey use protect each other. Now wetin dey make our hand powerful? The power to stop the coronavirus dey our hands. Wash your hands or make you sanitize every time. Make you dey always cough or sneeze inside your elbow. No comot for house o. If you no wear face mask, leave space, make your hand no stretch reach your neighbor hand. Make you stay for house and no near people if you dey sick.
The federal government of Nigeria is still conducting nationwide vaccination for the second dose of COVID-19 vaccine. The second dose vaccination will close on 25th June 2021. Hurry now. Visit the nearest vaccination site to receive your second dose. If you had your first dose on or before 5th May 2021, you need the second dose for full protection against COVID-19. Also, all persons aged 18 years and above who are yet to receive their first dose can do so now. Visit the nearest vaccination site to get vaccinated, as government has reopened vaccination for the first dose. After you have been fully vaccinated, continue to observe COVID-19 prevention protocols. COVID-19 vaccination is free, safe, and effective. For more information and to find your nearest vaccination site, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng or call 0700-220-1122. This message is from the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
There is a total of 26.3 million refugees in the world today, and a fraction of that number are Nigerians. The World Refugee Day is an international day designated by United Nations to honor refugees around the globe. This year's World Refugee Day is titled, Together We Can Achieve Anything. Coming up on the 20th of June 2021, we therefore urge all Nigerians to see the protection of refugees and asylum seekers as an obligation.
The Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, on behalf of the government and good people of Borno State, expresses profound gratitude to Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief Muhammadu Buhari, DCFR, for his state visit to Borno. During the visit, Mr. President inspired troops, commissioned the first phase of 10,000 federal government resettlement houses and 7 out of 556 capital projects in the 2 years of Zulum's administration. Mr. President also gave directives for far-reaching interventions by the federal government with huge potential impacts on the lives of Borno people. Mr. President, thank you for your visit and for your endless compassion towards the good people of Borno State. Announcer Alhaji Usman Jiddashwa, Secretary to the Borno State Government.
You're welcome back. The National Film and Video Censors Board is appealing to the 9th Assembly to redefine the Film Industry Regulatory Commission of Nigeria. This was the submission of the Executive Director of the board and other stakeholders during a public hearing on 2 bills before the House Committee on Information and National Orientation, Ethics and Values. Mobolaji Moribiri reports that the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, led parastatals under his ministry to the public hearing.
The 2 bills are that for the amendment of the Nigeria Press Council Act, which seeks to remove bottlenecks affecting its performance. And the other is the bill to repeal the National Film and Video Censors Board to enact the National Film and Video Regulatory Commission of Nigeria.
Please, let us work together to achieve the best thing for us. I want to look back some years back and say, oh, we have done the right thing to the industry.
Relevant stakeholders made submissions on their positions on both bills.
I want to plead again with the Honorable Chairman and the members to accept the little addition we have made, and of course, do the needful so that by this year we'll be able to have the new bill.
We have looked at the document and we actually have sent in our recommendations.
We are asking that all stakeholders be involved in the institution of the Nigerian Press Code Standard and Guide.
The bills, when passed, are expected to drive Nigerians' media industry in line with global best practices. From the National Assembly, Mobolaji, Moribiri, NTA News.
Normalcy is beginning to return at the Federal Government College building in Yauri, where unspecified number of students and staff were abducted by bandits yesterday. Usman Abdullahi Shehu reports that Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu visited the school while a combined team of security operatives are on rescue mission to free the victims.
Parents of the abducted students of Federal Government College Birnin Yawuri gathered at the school premises grieving for the disappearance of their children and pleading with the authorities to help free them from the criminals. The school authority, with the help of the security operatives on the other hand, were compiling the names of the missing students, while some remaining students were seen packing their luggages to go home with the help of their parents. Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, who was at the school, told the parents and the staff of the school that the combined security team will do all it takes to rescue the students.
But the security agencies, the vigilantes, the community leaders are all alert, and a lot of progress is being made.
The Managing Director, Hydroelectric Power Producing Communities, Abubakar Sadiq Yalwa, commended the swift response by the state government and the security agencies.
The commitment of the government is overwhelming, and we appreciate a lot the governor and the government for their quick intervention.
The Kebbi State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Adeleke Adeyinka Bode, also visited the school. Usman Abdullahi Shehu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, troops of Operation Hadarin Daji, who have been on pursuit of kidnappers following the abduction of students at Federal Government College Birnin Yawuri, have so far rescued 2 teachers and 5 students after a fierce exchange of fire with the criminals. A statement by the spokesperson of the Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Oyema Nwachuku, says the rescue is sequel to initial encounter with the abductors in the early hours of today, 18 June 2021, after trailing the kidnappers from Yawuri through Rayo to Sombo community, where the kidnappers, who had split into 2 groups, fled, with one group conveying the abducted children while the second group conveyed rustled cattle. The land troops, in conjunction with elements of the Nigerian Air Force who provided close air support during the rescue mission, intercepted the 2 groups at about 2:30 a.m. and engaged them in the firefight, leading to the successful rescue of the teachers and students. 80 cattle were recovered, while a casualty was recorded during the exchange. A female student was found to have died as a result of exhaustion. Let's now join Shehu Mohammed Datti in Birnin Yawuri for a situation report on efforts by security forces to rescue the students and teachers. Shehu, can you bring us up to date?
Okay, thank you, Jumai. We are in Yawuri. We left where the school is situated since 5 o'clock this evening. And as at that time, the parents of those students that were not seen were still coming to register the names of their children missing. And as of then, reliable information from the school management indicates that over 60 names have so far been received by the school management.
Okay, what is the, we heard that parents have been going to the school to, find out what is actually happening. So what is the mood like in the local government?
Hello?
I said, we heard that parents have been going to the school to ascertain the safety of their children if some of them have been rescued. So what is the mood like in Birnin Yawuri right now?
Well, in Birnin Yawuri, the mood is calm. It just finished raining and everybody is going about its normal businesses, while some people have entered their house, just waiting for the news of release of the abducted students. As of that 5 o'clock, we have reliable information still from the school management that the 5 rescued students and 2 teachers are yet to be officially received by the school management. And one of the students who returned was abandoned on their way to the forest by the abductors. And she was brought back to school by a good Samaritan. And she explained what happened on the process of taking them through the forest.
Okay, Shehu Mohammed, we do hope that all of them are found and returned to their families safely.
All right, we hope so.
Thank you, Shehu. Well, moving on, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Saidia Umar Farouk, has commiserated with the people and government of Kebbi State. In a statement, the minister condemned the attack, describing the perpetrators as callous. She assured members of the families of the victims that the federal government is working hard to secure the release of the students and their teachers, while praying that they would all be released unhurt. The minister, however, has directed relief agencies under the ministry to evaluate the situation and provide the necessary assistance. In a bid to strengthen partnership and collaboration with local and international organizations, development partners, as well as civil society organizations for the revival of the Northeast sub-region, Northeast Development Commission, NEDC, is set to commence bi-monthly roundtable discussion with stakeholders. This was the submission of stakeholders' roundtable meeting on humanitarian situation in the region towards fashioning out best modalities of rebuilding the Northeast. Yagum Subukar reports.
This is the first roundtable discussion held on the humanitarian situation, brainstormed on emerging issues towards harmonizing activities in the quest to rebuild the region. Issues regarding strengthening partnership, scaling up intervention, mapping up conflict situations, and tailoring of humanitarian development nexus formed focus of ensuring sustainable development and pathway for transforming the region.
We have everybody in the same room so that we discuss and then see our challenges, eliminate overlaps, and see how we as an intervention agency will come in to streamline the process.
The multi-stakeholder roundtable discussion is expected to hold next month in a bid to ensure restoration of livelihood. In Maiduguri, Yagum Subukar, NTA News.
The Nigeria Correctional Service is scaling up security across the 244 custodial centers in Nigeria to protect inmates and infrastructure. During an engagement with the House of Representatives Committee on Reformatory Institutions, the need to reduce overcrowding was also among issues of priority discussed. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali tells us more.
We are making efforts to acquire more arms and ammunition so as to protect our facilities. And this is a task that we must do.
Both the committee and management of the service during this oversight to the headquarters of the Nigeria Correctional Service in Abuja were of the view that, considering increased attacks on custodial centers, it has become necessary to take urgent preventive steps. The engagement provided opportunity to look at other challenges of the service vis-a-vis its performance viewed from the budgetary releases.
Most custodial centers are caught up by organization, which does not give room for expansion, but always from the external attack.
The non-custodial service is a major priority of the committee in the 2022 budget consideration, given its significance as provided in the Correctional Act 2019.
Members of the committee went round for an assessment of projects cited within the headquarters of the complex. In another development, the Thursday kidnap incident at the Federal Government College Yauri in Kebbi State has prompted calls from a House member on authorities to intervene.
We do hope that also this will necessitate us having a battalion stationed in the route of those bandits that is commonly known to everybody.
He said security operatives tried to repel the bandits who carried out the attack. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the appointment of 5 new permanent secretaries in the Federal Civil Service. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashide Yemi Esan, who made this known, said the appointed federal permanent secretaries are Adebi Olusesan Olufunsho Ekiti, Onwodiwe Mary Ann Ngozi Enugu, Yusuf Ibrahim Idris Katsina, Ogumbi Marcos Olani Lagos, Ibrahim Abubakar Kana Nasarawa. The date of the swearing in and deployment of the appointees will be announced in due course. Let's now join Michael in our Lagos studios for more reports on Network News. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Jumai. The challenges posed by accessibility and congestion at the Tinkan Island port still persist, but regulatory agencies within the corridor are responding positively. Top on the agenda is the facilitation of emergency repairs at failed portion of the road and establishing a security framework that controls entry and exit. Accessing Tinkan Island ports could be painstaking and equally frustrating. I took this opportunity to see how bad the road is, a situation further compounded by the ongoing construction of the Apapa Oshodi Oroshoki Expressway. Truck drivers like Idowu Oluwadamilare are caught in the web, and for 2 months he has been on the road.
My wife gave birth on the 22nd of last month. I have never set my eyes on the baby, all because of the condition of this road.
The challenge here is that the situation at the corridor is impeding on the quest to enhance seamless service delivery, which is a major concern for the Nigerian Ports Authority.
We are pleading that they should open up the section that they have finished constructing and then do some palliative work at Sunshine Bus Stop. We will liaise with the Bureau for Public Procurement and the Federal Ministry of Transport, and if need be with the National Assembly, to ensure that we get the necessary funds to repair these roads.
Through partnership and collaboration, the trade corridor in Tinkan Island is gradually being decongested, and this will be sustained with a mechanism that regulates entry and exits.
We need to think of the best way to ensure that we keep people out and improve security here. There is supposed to be a control gate, a security control, access control gate. That will ensure easier flow of traffic, both in terms of vehicular and human.
Digitizing operations and addressing corruption within the eco space are measures the Ports Authority intend to implement as a way of creating a robust community. The federal government is considering the idea of upgrading the Maritime Academy of Nigeria to a full-fledged university, and this move has been generating reactions. The latest is from all students of the institution who are citing international conventions and professional competencies as reasons for the academy to either adopt the status of a degree-awarding institution. Imolia Yotoke reports.
There is no doubt that the maritime sector holds the key to economic growth and prosperity globally, reason why deliberate effort is channeled to the acquisition of infrastructure and human capacity development. This was instrumental to the creation of the Maritime Academy of Nigeria to meet up with the International Maritime Organization's requirement on global demand for nautical science professionals and shore-based personnel. The concern here is that the federal government is proposing an upgrade to the status of a university, and some interest groups have a divergent view.
We are of the opinion that it should retain its name as Maritime Academy of Nigeria Oron, but upgraded to a degree awarding institution. In addition, it can offer parallel degrees and professional license courses for different streams of students based on their individual career choices. This is the practice in many parts of the world.
When the institution was challenged 3 years ago, the federal government intervened through the improvement of infrastructure. This, the group believes, has been followed up with other initiatives like the acquisition of helicopter underwater escape training console, which can only be sustained if the status of degree awarding institutions is adopted in place of an upgrade to a university. In Lagos, Imole Ayotokede Ogunfowora, NTA News.
This is NTA Network News. More reports when we return. Please stay.
Mr. Kaku like to Kaku. Every day must do Kaku. Yeah. If you want me, go Kaku. If you want me, go Kaku. Every time he like to reason. Even free things he go but easy. Chloe's there for you in You don't have to over-reason.
You don't have to be a Mr. Kaku when it comes to data. Get a Glow MiFi for 12,000 Naira and get up to 60 gigabytes data free.
Ankara shopping with the right place for.
That one no fine.
No, nice.
No, it's too dull.
This one.
Oh wow, it's beautiful. Omo, this fabric. It gon' fade though.
Yeah. Look, make I tell you something. The new area Ankara, it go take good care of it. No right. Not lie. Not true.
And the price?
Cheap.
Try new Ariel on your Ankara and colors now.
Guess what?
What?
I scored a hat trick today.
Cool.
Wow.
And how did you celebrate?
Just do your hands like this.
And hold your nose like this.
Body odor is caused by germs. That's why you need the new improved Dettol Cool Soap, which protects against 99.9% odor-causing germs with an extra burst of menthol freshness. Dettol, be 100% sure.
The much anticipated UEFA Euro 2021 is finally here. Can Portugal defend the title they won 4 years ago as they face world champions France, Europe giants Germany, Spain, Italy and England? Catch all the action via live transmission, in-depth studio analysis, fixtures, results, updates, and lots more on NTA, Africa's largest TV network. For sponsorship and advert placement, contact Bola on 08037044286 or Idris on 08034633644. This broadcast is proudly brought to you by NTA in partnership with Media Business Solutions, MBS Sports.
Hooray! You can now buy and register a new Airtel SIM card and enjoy 8 times bonus on all your recharges. Visit any certified Airtel shop today with your NIN and get instant double data and 8 times bonus on every recharge. If you don't have NIN, you can also register for it at the Airtel shop. This offer is available to all new Airtel customers.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Finally, Euro 2020 is here. Enjoy all the matches live on Star Times for only 1,700 Naira monthly or 160 Naira per day. Recharge now to enjoy all the matches. Watch Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal, Mbappe of France, Lukaku of Belgium, and other top European football stars. No matter where you are, Star Times is here for you. You can enjoy all these matches on your mobile phone. Just download Star Times on app on your phone to watch all the matches for 1,000 Naira monthly or 400 Naira weekly. Recharge today with 1,700 Naira monthly or 160 Naira daily. That's right, you heard me. On Star Times, you can watch all the matches with monthly subscription of 1,700 Naira or daily subscription of 160 Naira. Terms and conditions apply. Star Times, enjoy digital life.
Thanks for rejoining us. Globally, people now prefer to monitor or view news and programs spot on, especially through mobile devices. To this end, the Nigerian Television Authority at its 2021 Heads of Engineering Conference is leveraging on full application of ICT in broadcasting with a view to using limited resources to generate more revenue. Adebola Brooks-Sunday reports.
Oluseyi Daramola joined the NTA about 9 years ago as a technical officer, joining other engineers drawn from all parts of the country. He told me that after realizing the future of broadcasting, he switched from technical to information technology officer.
Now we stream, we transmit via IP. And so this has given us
edge over others.
Some of the participants had opportunity to recap what they have benefited from preceding the conference. Director General of the NTA, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, said regular training for staff of the directorate helped the organization gain more followership, obvious in its audience survey.
ICT is what shakes and moves the world in everything you do, especially in broadcasting. And NTA, as the number one broadcaster in this country, cannot afford, to toy with the idea of the application of ICT.
Media convergence is the norm.
Management team urged participants not to only get the knowledge, but ensure skills transfer to other staff of the establishments.
You know the number of your viewers, you know the various programs they watch, you know the kind of attitude they have to certain programming and what they consume.
NTA Abeokuta was commended for its presence on social media platforms.
We know that we can only transmit within our limited area. We leverage on ICT to broadcast to the whole world.
Among expected outcomes of the meeting is for the remaining stations to join the vibrant 13 who are already streaming news and programs. Adebola, Brooklyn Sunday, NTA News.
Thank you, Adebola. 22 states and the Federal Capital Territory have indicated interest in the National Livestock Transformation Plan being canvassed by the federal government. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Sabo Nanunu, says 10 out of the 22 states have earmarked about 19 grazing reserves for the implementation of the program. Musa Baba Aliu has the details.
These are representatives of both federal and state ministries of agriculture converged on this hall for appraising the existing policies and programs, including projects targeted at food production and its accessibility to Nigerians. They analyzed the challenges brought by the emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic, floods and insecurity affecting the food supply chain.
The issue of ranching, the issue of Ruga, the issue of cattle and National Livestock Development Plan.
Minister of Agriculture Mohammed Sabananunu intimated the gathering with the strategies adopted to address farmers' hardest conflicts in the country.
That NLTV, when fully implemented, will bring an end to the incessant clashes between the farmers and the herders. At the same time, introduce the hardest modern way of raising cattle with all attendant benefits for improved feeding, improved animal and human health, genetic improvement, value addition, and the better socio-economic standing for all participants.
Since we have passed through the pandemic, we did not import a single food to feed ourselves, so we need to do more.
At the end of the three-day meeting, both the federal and state governments agreed to collaborate and work together towards ensuring food security in the country. Musa Baba Aliu, NTA News.
The 18th of every June is marked as World Autistic Pride Day to create awareness on this mental disorder that affects a sizable number of children across the world. Abdul Malik Hassan takes a closer look at an autistic child, and his findings are amazing.
These varieties of paintings welcome one to the residence of Tagbo Ukeke, leaving one to wonder the fortune he spends to acquire them. One is even in for more surprise when it is learned that it is his 11-year-old autistic child, Kanye, that is behind the drawings. Kanye, who is a child with special needs, has found a way of expressing himself through art, and the Okekes have given him all the encouragement he needs.
To nurture that gift, it takes a lot. It's painstaking. I tell most parents, you have to sacrifice a lot, you have to dedicate a lot.
You want the child to be able to take care of themselves. You have to teach them self-reliance. Kanye has passed that stage, obviously, but that routine is still there.
It is this type of encouragement that experts say autistic children, whom have proved to be very intelligent, need to have a fulfilled life and even make positive contribution to the society. In Abuja, Abdul Malik Hassan, NTA News.
Time for another break. Don't go away.
Renewed war against drug abuse and cartels as NDLEA deploys decisive efforts to rid Nigeria of drug and illicit substances. That's our focus on NTA Tuesday Live next week. Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. It promises to be incisive and educative. Join us.
Go big and live stream world-class football and more from SuperSport. The biggest African Magic and Emmy award-winning series, blockbusters and kid shows. Go big for less and get Showmax Mobile or Showmax Pro Mobile. Plus 2.5 gig MTN data included at a great price that suits you. That's 25 hours of sports, series, movies and kid shows with a 1-month Showmax subscription with 2.5 gig MTN data. Dial *131# or visit showmax.com/MTN now.
Welcome back. Dr. Rukayetu Abdul Karim Gurin has officially taken over as the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Women Affairs and Administration. State House correspondent Aliu Kabir reports that in a brief reception organized to bid farewell to Dr. Hadjo Sani, the new SSA promised to work in synergy with all stakeholders to achieve the desired objective. Dr. Sani, who is currently Nigerian ambassador and permanent delegate to UNESCO, expressed appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari for giving her the opportunity to serve in this capacity, and to the First Lady of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, and the entire staff for all the support and commitment for the successful service delivery. Until her recent appointment as SSA to the President, Dr. Rukayetu Gurin served the country in various capacities, including Director, National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, Jos, and a member of academic staff, University of Maiduguri and Bayes University, Abuja. And to enhance the health and performance of Nigeria's Super Eagles at the African Cup of Nations, the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, has adopted Dettol Antiseptic as official hygiene partner. At a ceremony in Lagos, the NFF President Amaju Pinnick assures Nigerians of outstanding performance in the biennial championship scheduled for Cameroon. Samuel Johnson reports that Ricket Sub-Saharan Africa says the partnership is to boost the morale and consolidate the gains against COVID-19.
Sports is energy sapping and involves constant interactions among players and stakeholders, which requires a high level of hygiene. The need to make Super Eagles players, team officials and fans enjoy the game of football and win convincingly necessitated the partnership. President of NFF, Amaju Pinnick, and the General Manager, Ricket Sub-Saharan Africa, Akbar Ali Shab, said Dettol, as official hygiene partner of the Super Eagles, will be impactful.
It will increase our finances. It will also bring to the fore the issue at stake, which is the pandemic. The toy coming at this period, I don't think there's no better time for the toy to come in.
Now that the world is trying to come back to normalcy, there's a fear that when the fans come back to these stadiums, it might again spread another wave of infections. Dettol, with partnership with Nigerian Football Federation, is trying to bring that normalcy back.
For the Super Eagles, healthy and hygienic support of Dettol Antiseptic is moral booster and a worthy partnership.
We all know Dettol as it's special to the kids, to the adults and every other person. Coming to partner with Super Eagles, I think it's wonderful.
We are looking at the power of Dettol and the mighty strength of Super Eagles coming together, taking the message to the people, making them aware, making them practice the hygiene practices and become a better nation.
Hygiene is a vital part of healthy living, and Dettol has led in this with its antibacterial range, including soap, antiseptic liquid, and hand sanitizer. In Lagos, Samuel Johnson, NTA News.
And before we go, here's a soft reminder on the Kogi State Governor's birthday and Honors Award Night, which is coming up immediately after the network news. All NTA stations are advised to stay with the network service of the NTA. And that's Network News Tonight. Don't forget to be a star with NTA as we wage war against rape and rapists. I am Jumba Yusuf.